really likes to power through. It's got a lot of momentum. Sp0nggee now looking for a pinch. Doesn't find it. Glory's going to turn around and get the pinch shot. He's another chance here on the sidewall. Good first touch, good second touch. Is he going to get the air dribble dump? Cringe, he does. It's going to ruin Glory a bit. He's going to pop it up. Oh, Sp0nggee. Tornado own goaling. Today we got a Gauntlet show match between AllButGlory and Sp0nggee, and it's going to be 5 1v1s. You do Heatseeker, Rumble, Sp0nggee, Hoops, and then just a normal 1v1. And then you add up the goal differential, and whoever has the most goals out of all 5s wins the show match, wins the Gauntlet there. And so we have Sp0nggee and AllButGlory facing off here, and we'll hop into the first game mode. Alrighty guys, first up we have Sp0nggee. We got Sp0nggee and AllButGlory, and remember we are going to be adding up the total score line here. This is a 5-minute matchup, but I do believe Heatseeker is just going to be first to 7 goals, so that's like kind of the only difference. Oh, Glory missing the pinch there. Sp0nggee might be getting an easy goal this time. He's going to go for the upside down turtle shot just to add some flair and really get under his opponent's head here. AllButGlory hyping himself up before the show match, talking a little bit of smack. Can he handle Sp0nggee, or is Sp0nggee going to be a little bit too much? Currently has the lead. AllButGlory on the attack, though. Sp0nggee gets a nice clear out. Good to say, I don't think either of these players play all these extra game modes very often, so it might be a little bit interesting to see them try and get there. Oh, Sp0nggee gets the demo. Can he get the save? He does. He's able to pop that one to his corner. He should have plenty of time to grab the boost, look for a pinch, or maybe just an outplay. Oh, AllButGlory just takes it off Sp0ngggee's hood. It's not on target, though. Hopefully he can turn this around and tie things up. Oh, it's a decent pop-up, and that one's hard to read. Oh, AllButGlory hitting Sp0nggee with the pull shot. Rain on his parade there. That was a fantastic play. AllButGlory lining that one up perfectly. The puck really tends not to bounce off the walls very much, and Sp0nggee trying to read that like a ball, but instead, it's a puck. See if Glory's going for a pinch. He is. Oh my gosh, what a 50 he gets there. Sp0nggee does recover nicely, though, and he's going to snag his own corner boost. Glory's going to have to back off, get a little bit reset here. Sp0nggee dribbling it downfield, not wanting to take the slap shot, trying to find a way to get around the puck. It's a little bit fatter than the ball, so dribbling it does take a little bit more effort. Got to get around the ball there. Sorry, you have to get around the puck, and it's just wider, you know? It doesn't like to roll. And Sp0nggee can clear this one down. Glory, you know, wanting to take over here, doesn't want to go down early. He really wants to maintain a goal advantage throughout every game, make sure there's never any worries. The final 1v1 will be just the normal run-of-the-mill 1v1, so that one's going to be, you know, it could be up to like a 10-goal differential or so in these ones games. Oh, AllButGlory getting a nice little pinch down with the wave dash. He will take the lead. He's got the nice white fennec. Beautiful decal going on. AllButGlory currently live on Twitch. If you're watching this and want to go hang out with him, then feel free to go join him over there. So he's trying to show Sp0nggee up. Sp0nggee is one of my normal viewers, always popping in the live streams, playing in our tournaments, and just having a good time. Glory, one of my all-time, long-time best friends. Met him in Rocket League. He was one of my groomsmen in my wedding, so he's got to show up the new crew. As we old men are, you know, we've been in the Rocket League scene for a bit, but these new kids, they got all these mechanics, you know. Sp0nggee has the age advantage, but Glory gets the demo, and he's going to bring his lead up to 2 goals. See how Sp0nggee responds here. He is down 2 to start things off with. He was the one that chose the Sp0nggee to start things off with. Glory getting a decent 50, looking to slap shot this one in. Sp0nggee, oh, he's gonna own goal it. Glory might have been missing that one, but he shoots it right at the defender. Sp0nggee couldn't get out of the way quick enough. Tried to redirect that one, but it takes a little bit more force to redirect this puck out of the way. To completely stop it and change its direction is pretty difficult. It really likes to power through. It's got a lot of momentum. Sp0nggee now looking for a pinch, doesn't find it. Glory's gonna turn around and get the pinch shot. Sp0nggee looking like a fool here, goes down 4, 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. Can Sp0nggee stop the bleeding? It might be worth it just to try not to get scored on, maybe not even get any goals here, just take the L, have a 4-goal deficit for the remainder of the show match here, but Glory spawning here, reverse drives into that one, gets demoed again. Sp0nggee not playing around anymore. Is he going to air dribble this one? No, he's just going to pop it over. He does pop it above. A very early challenging AllButGlory. It is going to cause Sponge to double up his score line. Glory wanted to just cut that one off early, but the puck has a mind of its own. Did not want to be hit there. Sponge kicking Glory back. Oh, gets demoed because of it. AllButGlory is trying to snag another goal. He can't quite. Sponge spawns and gets the save just in time. Very impressive work there. But he can't leave a lot of space. AllButGlory, he needs to cut it in, and he does, but he just doesn't get the good 50. AllButGlory stays strong with the Fennec. Good low 50s, but you can't leave him that much space, because if he goes for the ground pinch, it just might soar right past you, and there's nothing you can do. These puck pinches, slap shots, are a little bit rough. Sponge says this game is doo-doo in the stream chat. But yeah, AllButGlory taking over. Still, Sponge doing his best. Oh, both fake it out right in front of Sponge's net. Glory can't turn it around in time. He is looking to stay on it. Can he get the Doomsday dish for the puck? No, Sponge kicks this out, but Glory maintains the boost advantage. Glory and I have a friend who's used to be a top Sp0nggee player. His advice is just to boost starve the opponent. That does seem to be what Glory's going with right now. Seems like a really solid move on his part. Sponge trying to get out of this on low boost. It's a really nice dribble with no boost too. He might get this one on target if he can just get the flick. No, he's finally going to take off the ball. Sorry, get off the ball and snag some boost. And in fact, he's now boost starving AllButGlory. Can he get the pinch shot in? No, he's flipping a little bit too soon. He needs to start a little bit farther back. Glory didn't have the boost to get back to that one, but he does still have some presence on the ball. Sponge going to 50 this one across the field. Doing everything he can to not get scored on again. If Sponge can get 1 or 2 more goals to lessen the injuries he's sustained so far, he's going to be very happy. He doesn't have to get the win here. This isn't a series-based game. It's a total goals in the entire show match-based situation we have. So the scoreline will persist into the next mode we have. And Sponge does get another goal. He has another chance here as well. Is Glory going to be able to respond and maintain his 4-goal lead, or Sponge can just be able to take out the clock here? Sponge actually on the kickoff seems like he might have a chance here. Glory wants his corner boost, not going to take it though. He's trying to turn this one, tries to get a pinch. Sponge has a chance to get a pinch here. Can he find it? No, he's just going to flip into it, and that will be the end of game 1. AllButGlory has a nice commanding lead currently, but we have 4 more game modes. Let's hop into the next one. Alrighty guys, game mode number 2, we got Heatseeker coming alive. AllButGlory is going to start with the ball this time, just taps it forward. This is interesting. I don't really see a lot of 1v1 Heatseekers. Normally it's 2v2 and you have one player kind of demo chasing the other team, looking for redirect, stuff like that, just being annoying. So it might be a little bit difficult to get to the total of 7 goals to win the match. So this might just go down to a 5-minute normal game mode, not a big deal. Oh, Sponge gonna dodge out of the way of that one. Unfortunate. Glory gets on the board first, and his lead is growing. Sponge now taking the early pop shot up. AllButGlory has an easy deflection. And yeah, Heatseeker's a lot like Tetherball. It's kind of the goal for this game mode that the devs decided to go with. Just kind of curves towards the opponent's net, and the ball gets faster and faster every time an opponent touches it. Raven in chat is our in-house Heatseeker main. Says use the side of your car to hit the ball. We'll see if that helps either of these players here. Sponge goes up early for that one. He's got to hurry up and get back to his net. You don't ever want to commit too far out of your net here because it's always hard to get back to save the next shot. This is a very quick-paced game mode. The recoveries are most of what we got going on. Sponge does deflect that one out nicely. Glory looking for his 2nd goal here. Oh, and he's not going to be able to get to that one. Sponge does tie up the scoreboard 1-1. Nice little touch there. AllButGlory just barely not able to get back in that time. Gets a little bit flat-footed, jumps up. Didn't have any momentum on the jump there. And every time the ball gets reset, after every goal, the ball does reset in its speed, starts slow again. And yeah, both players getting the hang of it now. One could be a little bit more aggressive and move up downfield, but it's going to be a little bit hard because if the ball gets behind them, it's really hard to read and save in time. I think the goal is just to keep getting touches that maybe pop up high and go to the other side where the opponent's not ready for it. And there's a maximum speed on the Heatseeker. The ball turns like a purpley white color. And yeah, sometimes you just don't even have to touch the ball. If it does hit the backboard, it will pop all the way down. Glory acknowledging that this one's just going to be hitting his backboard over and over again. Sp0nggee just kind of playing with himself here. But at least he can read those touches nicely. Oh, that one was very close to sniping the top corner. Glory kind of lands a little bit awkwardly, but this one, oh, he almost own goals. Sp0nggee has to recover this one. It's a roller, and now we do have max speed achieved. It's kind of pink, purple, white ball. Not going to speed up anymore, but it is going to be more difficult to save as it's going quite quickly. See if either of them can get a lead going here in Heatseeker. Currently, it's all tied up just as we just past halftime. Oh, Sp0nggee will get his second on the board. Glory not quite able to get up in time to that one. Quite a clanger on target there. Glory kick that one out to the side. Not a lot to do on the kickoffs. It's just kind of mostly handing it away. Not a lot of kickoff variety in this game mode. Just can't really get a good double touch, and the ball just kind of goes its own speed. Doesn't really matter how hard you hit it. AllButGlory does get a nice deflection there. It's going to pop off the ground. Sp0nggee wants to keep this lead. AllButGlory nearly letting that one redirect into his net. Even though he gets the touch, it does take a second for the ball to turn around. It has a turn radius, and that one almost goes into his own net. It's always the worst whenever you let that happen. Sp0nggee also playing with fire there. Glory gets a much better touch that time. Sp0nggee goes up in the air, still gets the redirect. Glory hits this one up high. Sp0nggee has to respect it. Sp0nggee is letting the ball get pretty low each time. Glory's having a lot easier shots to handle. Sp0nggee does finally get a nice pop up. Oh, Glory respects it, goes up, but it didn't need to. It does hit the backboard. Oh, that's another clanger there. Oh, and we've reached the purple ball once again. Glory just tap that one around. Sp0nggee, easy save, hits it high, hits the ceiling. Oh, very nearly goes in. Don't know how that one didn't. Sp0nggee gets back in time. Glory now having to jump up every time the ball comes his way. This one, though, will just roll right to him. Sp0nggee gonna have to read that one. No, it hits the backboard. Glory just kind of going back and forth with himself against his opponent's wall. Still wants to tie things up. He will tie it up here. Sp0nggee thought that was going all the way in the backboard again, but that time it's going to sneak underneath the crossbar. Glory ties it up in the second game mode, but he still does have the total lead, having gotten the better of Sp0nggee in the Sp0nggee match before this one. Glory kicking that one slow. Not a whole lot of chances to score here before we get to the high-speed ball, it seems, as both players have this normal defense locked in pretty well. Doesn't seem like there's a lot of mistakes to be made with the slower ball. Sp0nggee just wants to speed it up himself. Glory will get that tap off to the corner. Only 15 seconds to go. 2-2 on the score line. It doesn't seem like this is going to go the full distance. Can Sp0nggee get one on his opponent and cut the lead down? It doesn't look like he's going to have the chance. 3 seconds. That one's not in. Sp0nggee has to keep this one in the air. Oh, it seems like that one might hit the ground. Glory keeps it up as well. Sp0nggee. Oh, he gets scored on. Unfortunate at the very last 0 second. Sp0nggee thought he could sneak one in. Glory is going to get the better of him in this one, but it's just one extra goal. We'll have to see. And yeah, that time it was going to reach purple there, but still an own goal, unfortunate. We'll hop into the next game mode. Glory with the commanding lead still. Alrighty, guys, our third game mode is going to be hoops. Can Sp0nggee get in there and get the better of Glory, at least in this game mode, cut the lead down? We'll have to see. Glory has been quite formidable so far. He just ekes in that last goal. Just so unfortunate. Sp0nggee actually kept that one up, trying to get the last shot, but Glory returned it, and it was just a bit better. Sp0nggee kind of own goaled it, so he might be a little bit tilted. Let's see if he can keep his head about him. Glory trying to get that one around the world. Sp0nggee will get the demo. Secures his boost as well. Gonna go off the sidewall. This one's not quite high enough to work with. Glory has an easy clear there. The ground air dribbles, the flicks, they're all pretty effective. Sp0nggee can't get to that one, can't get back, and Glory is gonna score first in this mode as well. Just putting the work in. And pardon my packet loss, I'm not on the best internet, but it's quite all right as that's not going to be affecting the opponents as they both whiff the kickoff. Sponge gets the better of it as he secures boost. He has the shot, but just shoots it at AllButGlory. Does he have a double tap here? He looks like he does. Glory not reading that one. That one's going to hit the rim and go in. Sponge tying things up. Less than a minute into this one. Sponge trying to light a fire under him. Oh, good 50 there. Can he secure that mid boost? It looks like he might get there. He does. This is a nice little pop-up. Glory, oh, almost gets the pinch save. Not going to be able to get back in time. Sponge winning the kickoff, getting a goal. And he finally has a lead here. Let's see if he can't get a couple more. Cut the lead down. Got 2 more game modes after this one, guys. And AllButGlory now with the full boost. And the ball on his hood gets the low 50. Sponge flies right by. Can he get the flick up? No, he's trying to roll it up. He taps it in. Is it good enough? Oh, Sponge does get there, but it's not a good enough clear. Sponge, oh, almost gets a second try on the save. Just not quite going to be fast enough. Glory tying things up. Seems like this one might be a high scorer, so if one of them can get the better of the other here, it's going to go a long way for the total score line. Oh, Glory with the backflip, but that one's on target. Sponge flies in for the save. Fantastic play there. Glory didn't want to commit on that one. He will take it off the attacker there, and now he has a chance. Oh, didn't get the roll up he's looking for. He's just going to take this one back. He wants to keep possession going. He has the chance to full field air dribble. The field is smaller. That one's going to be wide as well, though. Sponge now has the same chance that Glory just did. Can he get this one on? The one last touch is good enough. He'll squeak it by the defender that's pre-jumped in the air. Glory not quite able to get back up to that one. He didn't expect that last touch. He plays the ball, not the opponent, and it will get him dunked on a little bit. Glory now getting a little bit better of a kickoff this time. Sponge still wants to keep possession, though. He's doing well to not throw the ball away just yet. See if he can't pop this one high enough. Oh, it's going to hit the rim and pop out. He will be able to secure his opponent's corner. Glory had to respect the shot there, but now he has a chance in the air. Oh, he's going to have to recover that one as well. Not getting the best touches off the wall. Sponge doing a little bit better in hoops so far. Let's see if he can't cut the series lead down a little bit more. He's currently only up by 1. Needs a couple more to be competitive. Make sure the last 2 matches are going to be, you know, something we want to watch. Nothing that's too hard of a deficit to overcome. Glory has a chance here. He's just going to get a first tap. Fake jumps it. He's going to have to get in the way here. Sponge clears it across. Tries to maintain possession. Doesn't get the tap. Glory pinches it off. Sponge now has another redirected opportunity. Glory almost hitting the rim there. Does drive around it and gets the save nicely. We will have to give the ball up to Sponge, who has another chance in the air here. Can he turn this one around? No, it's going to be a little bit short. He does get the 50, though. Glory thought he had the free 3 ball. Fortunately for him, he does get beat out to that one. Oh, but he has another shot here. Sponge. Oh, that one's a roller going around the toilet bowl, but it does roll out in the end. Sponge looking to air dribble once again. His air dribbles are a little bit too low. He needs to get the better pop-up or get a flick next time, maybe. AllButGlory going up in the sky, looking for the backboard. He does find it, and he banks it in. Sponge not finding the touch there. Probably expecting Glory to hit that one once more, but the one touch was enough. Sponge, oh, pre-jumps that one. The roll driving up on the backboard might be a little bit more effective there. It gives you a little bit more options. Doesn't use as much boost. So it is tied up once again. Glory having the boost advantage, but Sponge could still pop this one in. Glory can't quite get back. Sponge is going to return that one quickly. He's going to regain his 1-goal lead. See if he can't get another kickoff goal here. How are things going to be working out? Sponge wins the 50. Glory comes in quite quick. Sponge might have a chance to save this one. That one might be a little bit too hard. Glory goes for the second shot. It's not going to be good enough, but it is good enough to secure boost. Sponge, though, gets a good 50. Can he pop this one in? It's a little bit quicker than his opponent. Oh, it's going to bounce out. Sponge not able to get that one down into the net before his opponent gets back. He's another chance here on the sidewall. Good first touch, good second touch. Is he going to get the air dribble jump? Cringe, he does! It'd be a foul in a normal hoops match, but this time it's going to work for him. Gets the air dribble bump. Haven't seen that in hoops before, I got to be honest. But you love the ingenuity and you love to go back to what just always is going to work in a 1v1. And it's a solid play there. He gets a 2-goal lead for the first time in the show match, at least in a single match. He's still down in total score line, but it's quite all right. He has another shot here, pops it up. He gets bumped out of the way, but that one's going to go in. Sponge gets 3 up currently, just less than a minute to play in hoops. Can AllButGlory find what he's made of and get back in this one? Scoreline for Sp0nggee is dropped down. Oh, he has a pop-up here. Is Sponge going to read it? It's not quite in. Glory thought it might have been, but it just pops on the rim and rolls on out. Glory goes up early. Sponge pre-jumps, but oh, that one also hits the rim and goes out. It's very unfortunate. Now Sponge driving on the backboard, able to control this one. Brings it down, pops off the net, gets a decent 50, but Glory has plenty of boost to recover here. Snags his corner as well. Sponge, though, gets a slight bump, and this one's on target also. Glory hits it off the inside of his rim. Is it out? It is. Sponge looking for a counter attack, or sorry, secondary attack on the rebound. Not going to find it. Glory cuts him off. 15 seconds to go. Can Glory get one to lessen the damage here in this game? Doesn't look like it so far. Sponge should be very excited that he gets the 3 goals here in this one. If he can just keep it in, maybe gets 4 here. Can he get the dunk? He can! Sponge evening out the show match. Doing very well in hoops, and that's going to be a 0-second finish. What a match we have here, guys. Fantastic play. Glory not able to get there in time. And that one is going to be quite the equalizer. GG's, guys, as we hop in to our next one. And then we got one after that, so we'll see you there. Alrighty, guys. The 4th matchup coming in. We got Rumble on Neon Fields. Thought it'd be fitting, given that Rumble likes to have all the extra game modes. This one the extra fields for labs. This one looks a lot like it, but it is just a normal field we got going on. And yeah, we got quite the matchup here. These power-ups could swing one way or the other. Glory nearly slapping that one in his own goal with the tornado. Sponge gets a strong shot, but that one is going to get saved out. Glory living in Oklahoma, trying to use the power of the tornado, but it's not going to go his way just yet. No, Sponge uses the teleport, but it is going to give him possession. Glory with the power hitter. That one might be quick enough. Can Sponge get back? It's not going to be on target. We'll be able to snag the touch here. Glory's power hitter running out now. He still might get the touch. He does. It's just a little bit off target as it finally does run out. Sponge has the magnet, going for the air dribble with the magnet. It's hard to save, and Glory can't quite get back to that one. It's going to be unfortunate. That's one of the best plays you can do. Along with the spikes, it's really hard to stop both of those, especially if you just used a power-up. You don't have any defense against it. Glory gets a clear on that kickoff. He does have the boost advantage, but gets slightly bumped off. He's going to try and be boost starving his opponent, just winning the boost battle a bit. Sponge, gets booted, but it's a little bit too late as he already made contact. Glory goes for the Cuxer pinch, not quite on target, but it did have a good amount of speed there. Sponge trying to keep his lead up. He gets booted again, but he has the tornado. It's going to ruin Glory a bit. He's going to pop it up. Sponge! Tornado own-goaling. And the tornadoes are on AllButGlory's side, as this time Sponge uses it, and it's just going to whiplash across, go right into the middle of his net. No boost to work with. Probably should have figured out how to use the tornado, but that one is hard to read. Not always going to be easy. Glory gets a strong kickoff, probably gets a chance to tap it in. Sponge, though, does get back in time. Love to see the speed there and the read. Glory with the boost advantage is going to have to use it because Sponge stays strong on defense, clearing that one out. Glory with the aerial play, looking for the power hitter, but it gets frozen. It's a little bit under the ball as well. Sponge will get up and get the read on the frozen ball. Those can be tricky, but Glory with the power hitter going to be able to get this one around the net. It's just a little bit too high. He just barely can't squeeze that one in. Sponge gets the pinch. It's coming back down. Glory going to be able to take possession here for sure. Gets a nice roll up for the aerial. Gets just a normal tap. I'm not sure what either of these. Sponge has the spikes. Glory just uses freeze a little bit too soon. That's so unfortunate. The freeze would have been a great defense against the spikes, but it's not going to work this time as Glory has no way to stop that one from going in. Sponge takes the lead 2-1. What a play. Glory winning out the mid boost, has the attack. Sponge goes up early. They meet in the air, get another strong 50. It's very neutral. Sponge now taking possession. Glory giving a lot of space. Sponge dribbling it with the power hitter. I've never seen that one before. Turns on the power hitter mid-dribble, and he still gets a couple more touches on the ball. How does that even work? And he gets a flick that's just way too fast. Sponge gets the 2-goal lead here. What a play. That was amazing. Sponge really using to great effect these power-ups other than the tornado. You know, he's done well for himself. Glory comes in flying, gets the save there. Sponge a little bit slow. AllButGlory trying to stop the bleeding and turn things around. He gets a punch, the haymaker, hitting that one all the way downfield. Uses it on defense, which is pretty effective there. Oh, AllButGlory gets that around Sponge, but he uses the plunger there to get it around. It's not when you want to use the plunger. You want to be on offense there. It's a very good offensive play, but he had to use it on defense. Glory looking for the pop around the defender, and he will get it around Sponge, not having the right defensive power up there to get flicked upon, but still has the 1-goal lead. Can Sponge keep things going in his way? All these goals matter for the last one. Every goal matters in this thing. Oh, AllButGlory, easy drive in. Sponge panicking a bit. Realizes that he doesn't have the boost advantage and just jumps off his back wall. Has no way to get back down to that one. Glory just taps it in, tying things up. What a matchup we have, guys. It's all tied up here. Glory, strong kickoff, kicking that one towards Sponge's net. He's going to get the 2-for-1 as the kickoff goes his way, and he taps it in to regain the lead in the series. Can Sponge respond here? Oh, not quite. Glory wins the kickoff, but it will roll next to the goal. Can he get the tap in? Excuse me. No, that one's going to be wide. Sponge didn't have to do much there, but he does have another power hitter looking for a flick. Oh, AllButGlory using the grappler, and in fact, it seemed like it slowed him down. I don't think he's getting there anyways, but the grapple gives you constant speed, and if the ball's going away from you too quick, it's not gonna help you too much. Glory taking possession to his own corner after that kickoff. It's all tied up 4-4. Sponge has to be excited. Did get the last goal in. Glory's got to be a little bit upset that these power-ups just aren't going his way so far, as this ball is frozen. No one can figure out what to do, and Sponge lines up the haymaker, drops the great pass in chat. And that's going to be the lead currently for Sponge. Just stops, lines it up. Nothing Glory can do there. 5-4 in Sponge's favor currently. The 1-goal lead. Sponge secures his opponent's corner. Glory did get the mid, and that one's going to be a nice shot on target. I don't think Sponge can get back. Even if he had something to save the ball, he probably couldn't target it that far away. AllButGlory responded so nicely there, and tying things up 5-5. 1 minute left until we get into the normal 1v1 matchup on Champions Field. Sponge hitting this one all the way downfield. Glory almost gets demoed, but not quite. Has enough boost to sneak away from that one. Goes up early. He's trying to get the air dribble with the magnet, but he got boosted forward and couldn't stay close enough to that one. Sponge using his... Oh, no, but he can't get that one on target. His power-up was good to prevent the goal, but he just can't turn that one around. Glory going to be able to save this one as well. No, he doesn't need to. Sponge gets boosted this time by Glory. Glory going for the low 50. Didn't have boost to do much else there, but Sponge does stay strong. Gets the ball here, and he has a magnet now. Can Glory save this one? No, that one's just going to be too difficult. Sponge currently with a 1-goal lead. 15 seconds to go. Can AllButGlory tie it up before we get into the last matchup? Glory getting that one out wide. Snags mid-boost. He has a chance to get the lead here, or sorry, tie things up here. Oh, and he will, just a small floater. Sponge expecting a bit of a different shot there, and AllButGlory, all he needs to do is tap it lightly. It's not that strong. Sponge just didn't expect it. He might have side flipped there, and that is going to tie things up. Only 5 seconds for one of these to gain the advantage over the other. Is this one gonna work out? Sponge had a lot of good plays early on. Glory's coming back each time though. Sponge tries to get that one up. Oh, AllButGlory catches the ball. He has the spikes. Can he get it in? He gets the double jump up. He is gonna go up by one on the 0 second once again. AllButGlory doing work on the 0-second plays. First in Heatseeker and now in Rumble. Of course, yes, Spike says Sponge in the chat, and that's going to be the lead going into the final match. 1-up to Glory. We'll see you there. Alrighty, guys, the last game mode, just the normal good old soccer. AllButGlory with the 1-goal lead currently in the series score. All the goals carry over to the next. It all comes down to this. Can Glory hang on to the lead, or is Sponge going to be able to get the better of AllButGlory in just a good run-of-the-mill show match here? A best-of-1. We have AllButGlory doubles up his lead. He has 2 up total. He's up 1 in this game. Sponge plays a good number 1v1s, but so does AllButGlory. Sponge not quite as highly ranked as Glory, but he just doesn't play ranked that often. He mostly just plays in my show matches and tournaments that we do on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So he gets a lot of experience against highly ranked players that are a little bit out of his skill range. This one is going to be a good, strong save. Glory does maintain possession. He's looking to pop that one up, but he can't quite get there. Both on low boost now. Sponge leaves the ball to get his corner. Glory doesn't have much to work with. He might... Oh, does get around him. Sponge doesn't get the read. That one's going to pop high, and AllButGlory tries to turn this one around quick. Instead, he's just going to snag mid-boost. He has a shot potential here. Sponge gets a strong save. He's going to clear that one out nicely. Might be able to counterattack. Glory can't quite get there. Sponge ties up this game, cutting the lead down to 1 in the series here. Fantastic play. This has been neck and neck the whole time. What a play. We have Sponge on the kickoff. Oh, and he wants it. He's going to get it. He ties up the series score here. It's 2-1 in this game. We'll see how it can get going for the next 4 minutes. AllButGlory kickoff does win, but Sponge will take the race to the corner boost there. Oh, Sponge's shot's just... Oh, it's on target. It's just bouncing back and forth. Sorry, AllButGlory's shot bounces back and forth, and he's going to be able to snag that one. Sponge can't quite get back and save it. He's going to snag the lead. It's just back and forth, neck and neck. I'm sure the nerves are at an all-time high for both of these folks. First time show match for both of them on my channel. Oh, AllButGlory kicks that one around. The last little delayed touch is going to do wonders for him. He has a 2-goal lead in the series. What else do we have here? Sponge gets a strong 50 there. Snags his opponent's boost. Glory has plenty to work with, though. So he got a number of pads on the way back and uses his boost to a good advantage, but Sponge does get it around him, and he's going to cut the lead back down to 1. Just going to be using the total series score from now on as we are in the last matchup. Even though the score is 3-3 tied in this one, Sponge still down by 1 due to AllButGlory having more goals in the previous 4 game modes, just by 1 though. Glory, what a fantastic save there. Gets the ball, looking for the flick, gets a nice flick. Saw that Sponge was coming in from the side, not from behind the ball. Easy to spot him challenging, and that's whenever you flick it up. Sponge secures the boost and just goes right towards the ball. Fantastic play there. AllButGlory doing work. Currently up by 2. Sponge fakes that one out. Trying to tap this one mid. He gets a demo on AllButGlory, securing both corner boosts. AllButGlory is going to have plenty to play with and a couple pads as well. Sponge looking to dribble this one downfield. Got the bounce dribble going. Gets high. Goes for the air dribble bump. Not going to find it. Glory gets a strong save, and he should be able to turn this one in for another goal. And he will. He currently is up by 3 with 2:45 remaining in the last game. Sponge going down a little bit, but he still has plenty of time to come back here. AllButGlory, strong kickoff to the sidewall. Sponge doesn't have a lot of boost. He wants to cut into this one, but he's a little bit worried about his early challenge earlier. He's going to get the save. AllButGlory is just trying to nickel and dime him on the boost pad. Sponge will get bumped into that, though. He has a chance to just hit this one mid. Oh, he's going to pop it on the backboard. Not doing the best work for him, though. AllButGlory reads that one and takes over on the possession here. Sponge cuts back early, though. Doesn't give Glory much of a chance to get things going. Sponge needs to come back and save this one. I'm not sure if he can. That one, it's a little bit off target. It doesn't roll up. It's going to bounce back. Sponge, 0 boost, 12 boost or so in the net. Does get the save. AllButGlory with the boost advantage still. Securing the corner. He doesn't have to do much. He's up by 3 in the series. All he has to do is waste time here. See if Sp0nggee allows it. Glory didn't time the boost steal right. Now Sp0nggee has a bit of a boost advantage. He's going to try and speed up the ball here. Got it a little bit too far from himself. Oh, looking to dribble it around. Glory does get it around him, but not on target. Glory does get a strong 50 there. Kicks it downfield. Oh, but he doesn't get a good touch there. Oh, Sp0nggee throwing that one to the corner. Thought he had the shot. He should have. Glory gets a slight little bump, and now that bump, it looks like it's all that he needs. He does get demoed, but that one's going to go in. Glory with the 4-goal win currently. Sp0nggee is falling apart here, but he has plenty of time. There's a lot of time left. 1.5 minutes is all you need to get 4 goals in ones. It's hard to do, but it is possible. You get a couple kickoff goals and get things rolling, get some momentum. You just can't wait around, and Glory knows that. He knows how Sp0nggee is going to have to play. He's going to have to be a little bit aggressive. Goes for a good low 50. It's just not going his way right now. Glory goes up early. He has the shot. Top bin. Sp0nggee can't get there. That's going to take the lead one higher. Sp0nggee a little bit upset with how he's playing right now, but he's just going to have to stick in this one. It's the last game. Can he get back in it? At the very least, if he can cut the score down, there's a little bit less bragging rights on the table, but Glory's just running away with this 1v1. Sp0nggee did well in a couple of the game modes, but a good run-of-the-mill 1v1 may not be his forte against Glory. He will barely be able to squeeze that one in, and that might be everything he needs to get going here. He's still down by 4 in the total score line. 3 in the matchup. Can he come back and tie things up? Sp0nggee kicking that one downfield. Glory on defense has plenty of boost. Sp0nggee goes high. Glory gets the save. AllButGlory doesn't need to do much here, but that one, he just shoots it. It's on target. It's going to squeeze on in. It's looking less and less likely that Sp0nggee has the ability to come back, but it's still possible. Kickoff goals can do you wonders. Just needs to figure out the kickoff. Glory's going to fake that one out. Sp0nggee not quite reading that one in time, and Glory, the long shot there, it's not going to be on target. Sp0nggee wants to go up early, but he doesn't make contact. Glory gets his 5th above Sp0nggee in the game, 6th total in the Showmatch score, and with 30 seconds left, it doesn't look good for Sp0nggee. He's going to stick in this one, though. He wants to do his best. Sp0nggee securing mid boost and the ball. He has a chance here, but he's losing seconds on the clock. Glory's just going to pre-jump and ego challenge him. Sp0nggee not doing his best work here. Oh, he doesn't make contact there, and that should do it for the series. Sp0nggee did very well in a couple of game modes. Really got the beat in hoops. Gave him a bit of an advantage, but he just couldn't quite keep things going his way. He will get 1 for the road. 3 seconds to go, though. It's not possible for Sp0nggee to come back and get 5 more to tie things up. We'll have to see how he handles this kickoff. Maybe he just wants 1 more. This one might just land on the ground, and that will be it for the show match. GG's Sp0nggee, GG's AllButGlory, taking the first Gauntlet victory on the channel with a bit of a commanding 1v1 at the very end, winning by 5 total in the series. It was a lot closer than I think anyone could have expected, but man, that back and forth in each game mode was quite the play. What a W show match we had here, and yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. We'll catch y'all next time. If you want to be part of this, come join the streams, come be a part of it. We'll see if we can't find a competitive partner to play against, and yeah, we'll see you next one.